Right, welcome back to another hopefully informative video. This time is Transformers Kingdom Transformers Kingdom Huffer. Obviously a truck cab, never fully utilized in the cartoon. And he's got his gun right there. I mean, it's a good looking piece. I prefer the remold of pipes, as he got this shield there as well, which will come into play later. But I'll get this out the way. So you've got Optimus Prime's trailer, which can connect to that. Obviously, a reference to Heavy Metal War, when Optimus Prime lost that challenge to Megatron, who cheated, by the way. Prime couldn't drag his lorry back to headquarters, so Huffer became useful for a change, instead of complaining. Very much like Gears in the complaint section. But yeah, that's practically made for that. So yeah, that's pretty good as it is. Bit of variation there. So just gonna slide him off to the side and get right down to it. So like I said, the original remold, the original Huffer was remolded into pipes with some modifications. Huffer was pre-movie Autobot, and he didn't see it on screen, but apparently he died in the movie, which isn't surprising because almost every pre-movie Autobot died. He is seen briefly when Cup is putting up a roadblock with Blue Streak and Sunstreaker and Hound. I mean, sidestep. It is coloured like Blue Streak, but it's actually Prowl, but it was a colour mistake. So we can pretend it's just Prowl, Blue Streak. So what you're seeing right here, everything goes folding back up. I can never do it without popping these wheels off. And you'll notice the hands just had nowhere to go, so they have to fold up like that and have to be ignored, basically. And I cannot for the life of me remember how to put these arms back. There we go. I bet that wheel's going to fall off. Oh, no, it didn't. So yeah, you can see that right there is just going to slot into place with ease. Huffer is kind of like Gears, where he complains quite a lot. Never really useful. I consider him more like a Chief Wiggum of the Transformers. But yeah, that will fit. I mean, very close to the original G1 with better arms. Those original arms are sort of like claw-like. I mean, they had a lot to work with back then. Just looking at the original figure now. Yes, this one's as close as you can get to the cartoon. He never had a gun like that, though. But we digress. And this connecting thing for his truck cab will act as a shield. I guess you can get blast effects for it too, but Huffer was never really one to engage in battle. He is pretty strong though, apparently. Don't give him enough credit. He can lift up a mammoth, which is a reference to those that get it, and for those that don't, check out Dinobot Island. You know what I'm talking about. Can lift a mammoth. What the hell? So that is pretty much it. A rather short video on my part this time. Look, me rambling on. Huffer, like I said, did apparently die in a movie. We didn't see it. There's numerous storyboards lost to the mists of time, but he is mentioned in the list of dead Autobots in... That's my hair in the way. He is listed in the dead Autobots in Dark Awakening when Daniel decides to just wander off. In Ironhide, Ratchet, Prowl, and Huffer are mentioned. None of the others, like Wheeljack. Mirage potentially might have been killed. Trailbreaker apparently was killed, but we didn't see it. We just saw his body. Trying to get rid of those pre-movie Autobots. I think Flint Dilley originally had the idea of the movie being like the Charge of the Light Brigade, where the entire 84 toy line gets wiped out. But I've digressed on this, so check out the features. Not dusty, which is more or less like the norm of my normal figures. Like I said, very cartoon-like. But like I said, Kingdom Pipes is my favourite one. You'll notice on Pipes, you can take apart Kingdom Slammer and disassemble him and put him as like a big juiced up version of Pipes. But you can't do that on this one because there's no peg on top. But you can still connect stuff like that to his feet. Very much like Astrotrain, where you can fit stuff on his feet, but that is not going to happen on this one. And it's got a great swivelly waist, so you can sort of pose him. I guess like that. But that is pretty much it. So get a good look at this figure. And if you like more videos, like and subscribe, and there'll be plenty more. And thank you for watching.